In this video, we will be discussing an overview of converting 2D objects to solids or surfaces. If you'd like to follow on with this video, please open the file Overview Converting 2D Objects to Solids or Surfaces.dwg located in the Working Files folder as discussed in the Working with this dataset video. So, why would you ever convert 2D objects to solids or surfaces? Well, there could be many reasons. One reason might be you need to pass your design data to someone else, and in doing so, the data must be translated to a different format that does not recognize the thickness property on the objects you created. For example, your design may be used as a basis for a CNC, and therefore you need to convert your data to surfaces. Or maybe it's used as part of an overall rendering or animation, and they required solids or surface models. Another reason would be to allow for further modification once the object is a surface or a solid. For example, when you want to model tubing, you can draw a circle, square, or rectangle and have its thickness property set to the desired length of tubing. However, you can then convert that circle or polyline into a surface and then thicken that surface to create a solid model. When converting polylines, you can directly create the tubing by specifying a width property for the polyline prior to converting it. So if we look at our file, I have three sets of examples of the same exact objects and what they look like when converted. All these objects here are standard AutoCAD objects. In other words, this is simply a polyline with a thickness. This one's an arc with a thickness, and this one's a polyline as well, and this is a circle with a thickness as well. If we look here, these can be converted to surfaces, and then they can be used for surfaces if that is the desired result. And lastly, in this example here, we've taken them a step further and converted them to solids. Now before you can convert objects to solids or surfaces, if you already have a thickness defined for the polylines, they can be converted immediately to surfaces. For objects like this that are open, you need to first create a surface and then you can thicken them to a solid. So depending on the desired result, you can either create a surface out of 2D objects or you can create a solid